cross over now to Lagos for a look at how the markets performed. Now, if we can just take a quick look at where we're standing right now. So that market today closed with 0.4% down, 37,249.99 is the price on that all-share index in Lagos. On the currency front, we should see the Naira under pressure like all other emerging market currencies, 162.60 against the US dollar, 0.9%. That's almost a full percentage point down against the greenback today because of those pressures that we saw with money moving to the US out of emerging markets. Let's head over now to Lagos, where Niema Ume, stockbroker at FSDH Securities, has details on the day's trade. Niema, thanks very much indeed for your time.
Thank you for having me today.
So, it's been a tough week for Nigerian equities, 5.8% down on the week. Let's just talk about the major drivers first of all.
Okay, this has been a very interesting week. The major drivers for today, gainers for today, included Nestle, Total, Okomu Oil, and Guinness Nigeria. While the losers for today is PZ, UAC Properties, UACN, and Ashakasem.
Right. Is there any particular reason why we're seeing pressure on those stocks that were down today?
Well, it's the continuation of the southward trends, profit-taking and market correction in some sectors.
Okay, so you're putting it down to your market correction and profit taking. But let's talk about the whole week. It's been a difficult week, hasn't it? Who's been selling and why have they been selling? We have seen, though, globally that money has been moving out of emerging markets.
I do not think it's actually foreigners because looking at the foreign portfolio investments, the number of domestic investors compared to international investors is trying to balance out. The ratio has reduced to about 48 to 52. So we can't put our hands on the fact that it's foreigners that's responsible for the downturn witnessed during the week.
Yeah, so let's talk about the consumer stocks because there's split opinion on what's going on in that sector. Some people suggest that that sector of the market is actually overvalued and therefore a correction was necessary. Which camp do you stand in?
I think that opinion is right. We had long expected this correction a few weeks back. There tried to be a correction yesterday, but by today, some of those stocks still gained. I think investors have positive sentiments towards that sector.
But what is your recommendation?
Okay, looking at the activities of this week, we witnessed that the banking sector did not rally with the market. Stocks in the banking sector still remain attractive. The likes of Fidelity, Skybank, FBN, Zenith Bank, and Access Bank.
Yeah. Now, you're not talking about Guaranty Trust Bank, and that stock was down 2.9% today. And it's just a little note here to say it has lost 17% from the year high of 29.99 Naira, which was hit on May 30. What's ailing the stock?
Please, can you take that again? Okay,
Guaranty Trust Bank. We saw it under pressure today, down 2.9%. So I just want to know if there's anything that's going on with that stock in particular, because it has dropped 17% since hitting an all-time record.
I don't think you can isolate any particular banking stock at the moment. Take First Bank, for example. During the last rally, First Bank was stable and remained stagnant. I just think it's a spin-off from the corrections and the herd effect of the sell pressure that's affecting Guaranty Trust Bank.
Okay, so let's throw it out to next week now. Next week, of course, we've got that big development in the U.S. where the Federal Reserve Chairman, Ben Bernanke, is expected to speak to Congress and brief them on what he plans to do. And the suggestion in the street is that he is likely to say to the markets, it's fine, I'm not going to be pulling off those bond purchases anytime soon, and therefore reassure markets that the liquidity that we've been seeing in the system continues. What's your take on what's likely to happen, on what impact that's likely to have on local equities?
Irrespective of what happens in the U.S., I think we still have certain indicators. The first half of the year is about to end. a lot of companies that are known to pay interim dividends, people will begin to take positions in them. PFAs will have to rebalance their portfolios, trying to move away from overvalued stock. There will be sustained activities in the weeks coming.
What are you saying? You're saying the market is likely to gain or the market is likely to drop?
The market will gain at some point. Beginning of the week, you may still see mild profit taking, but it will take off midweek till the rest of the month.